Behind the marks. In the bustling city of Lagos, where the vibrant streets are always alive with the sounds of honking cars, lively markets, and the hum of everyday life, there existed a close-knit community in the heart of Surulere. Here, everyone knew each other by name, and trust was a currency. In this community lived Chinedu and Ifeanyi, who had been best friends since childhood. Growing up on the same street, they had shared everything: dreams, struggles, and even a business. Together, they built a thriving electronics store in the heart of the city. Their partnership was the talk of the town, a shining example of what true friendship could achieve. But beneath the surface, jealousy had begun to brew. Chinedu, who handled the finances, started noticing that money was disappearing from their accounts. At first, he thought it was a mistake, a simple accounting error. But as the weeks went by, the missing amounts grew larger, and Chinedu couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. One evening, after closing the shop, Chinedu decided to confront Ifeanyi. They met at their favorite local bar, where they had shared countless laughs and plans for the future. But tonight, the atmosphere was tense. Chinedu couldn't bring himself to accuse his best friend, so he started with small talk, hoping to find a way to bring up the subject naturally. As they talked, Chinedu noticed something unsettling in Ifeanyi's demeanor. His friend, usually so open and easygoing, was distant, his eyes darting around the room as if he was looking for an escape. Chinedu's heart sank. The person he had trusted with everything was hiding something. Finally, Chinedu could no longer hold back. He asked Ifeanyi directly about the missing money. Ifeanyi's face turned pale, and for a moment, he couldn't meet Chinedu's gaze. But then, with a forced smile, Ifeanyi brushed it off as a misunderstanding, promising to look into it the next day. Chinedu wasn't convinced. That night, unable to sleep, he made a decision. He would find out the truth no matter what. The next day, after Ifeanyi left for a meeting, Chinedu went to the shop's accountant, Mrs. Ada, an elderly woman known for her meticulous records. With her help, they went through the accounts in detail, and what they found confirmed Chinedu's worst fears. Ifeanyi had been siphoning money from the business for months. Armed with this knowledge, Chinedu confronted Ifeanyi again, this time at his home. Ifeanyi tried to deny it, but the evidence was undeniable. Caught, Ifeanyi's marks fell away, revealing the resentment he had harbored for years. He admitted that he had always felt overshadowed by Chinedu, who was more charismatic, more liked by the community. Ifeanyi had started stealing the money as a way to assert his own control, to prove that he didn't need Chinedu to succeed. The betrayal cut deep. Chinedu couldn't believe that the person he considered a brother could do this to him. The confrontation quickly turned heated, and before long, the two friends were yelling, their voices echoing through the quiet neighborhood. As their argument escalated, neighbors gathered outside, drawn by the commotion. The truth was out in the open, and the community that once admired their partnership was now shocked and dismayed by the betrayal. The news spread quickly through Surulere, and soon the entire community knew of Ifeanyi's betrayal. The trust that had been the foundation of their partnership was shattered beyond repair. Their business fell apart as customers stopped coming, unwilling to support what they now saw as a tainted enterprise. Chinedu was devastated, not just by the financial loss, but by the betrayal of someone he had trusted with his life. Ifeanyi, consumed by guilt and shame, left Lagos. disappearing from the lives of those he once called friends. But the story didn't end there. Months later, Chinedu received a letter from Ifeanyi. In it, Ifeanyi expressed deep remorse for his actions, explaining that he had been blinded by jealousy and insecurity. He apologized, not expecting forgiveness, but hoping that one day Chinedu could find it in his heart to understand. Chinedu, after much reflection, realized that holding on to his anger would only poison his own life. He decided to forgive Ifeanyi, though he knew their friendship would never be the same. Chinedu rebuilt his business, this time with a renewed sense of caution, but also with the understanding that betrayal, as painful as it is, can also be a powerful teacher. The end. Please follow, like, share, subscribe for more stories. Thank you.